slam your shoulder against a bulkhead as a deep tremor rattles the steel plates. Tools slide past your boots, and oil ripples in a greasy film. Your breath hitches as a massive mooring line screams under tension, stretching into the abyss with a crack like a gunshot. The deck shifts, not with the swell, but dragged by something that wants the whole rig. Your fingers cramp as you white-knuckle a rusted railing, the deck listing so sharply your boots slip. An explosion rocks the hull. Your hearing drops to a dull, high-pitched ring as a steel cable whips past your face. A massive surge slams into your chest, the freezing spray blinding you as you gasp for air. You scramble for a grip, fighting the disorientation as the structure is dragged deeper. You lunge for a ladder, your hand slipping once or the oily rungs before you find purchase, pulling yourself upward as machinery slides into the abyss below. In the flicker of failing lights, you look down to see the rig's underside breach the surface, revealing massive, jagged gouges torn through the reinforced steel. You're not just sinking, something is eating the rig. You haul yourself onto a high catwalk, your arms shaking with fatigue as cold seawater surges over your boots. A deep, resonant thrumming vibrates through your ribs, a rhythmic, living pulse from below. Just ahead, you freeze mid-step as a primary support column twists with a metallic shriek, the steel groaning as it bends toward you like a closing trap. You sprint for the gap and leap. Your foot clips the edge, and you slam hard against the opposite deck, your fingers digging into a seam to stop from sliding back into the fissure. Below you, oil tanks rupture with muffled thuds, boiling black slicks to the surface. The rig screams as the main platform separates, cutting off your only path back to the helipad.
A sudden heavy silence falls as you lean against a twisted pillar, gasping for air. Then you see it. A vast, dark shadow slows down directly beneath the steel, matching your exact movement through the water. It's not just pulling the rig, it's waiting for you to fall. The water rises, pinning you against the metal labyrinth. You scramble onto the last precarious piece of steel, your legs burning as the horizon tilts at a lethal 45 degrees. The metal beneath you groans, then begins to tear with an agonizing shriek that vibrates through your teeth. You realize the choice is gone. You have to jump now, or let the falling steel drag you into the dark. You take a blind, desperate leap into the freezing ocean just as the rig snaps in half with a roar. You plunge into the dark, fighting the weight of your gear to reach the surface. You breach, gasping for oxygen in the thick black film, watching the last of the rig vanish. Everything is silent, too silent. You stop kicking for a second, floating in the void. Suddenly, something massive and rough scrapes along your leg in the deep. You freeze. The water ripples silently as a gargantuan, luminous eye, vast as a human head, breaks the surface inches from your face. You realize with a jolt of pure terror, it didn't want the rig, it wanted you in the water, and it's not surfacing. It's waiting for you to sink.